All right, man, we back. Mercy Sports Talk. We in the building. Detroit Lions fall on Thanksgiving Day to Chicago Bears, 24-20. Okay, let's talk about the stats first. Trubisky threw for 338. He was 29 for 38. 3 TDs, 1 interception. David Montgomery, he rushed 16 times, 75 yards. He caught a touchdown, didn't rush for one. Bears didn't record a rushing touchdown. Anthony Miller had a big day. 9 catches, 140, no touchdown. Robinson, Detroit native Allen Robinson, 8 catches, 86 yards, 1 touchdown. Jasper Horsted, I think they rookie tight end, caught a touchdown, 1 catch, 18 yards. And Montgomery's 1 TD. Okay. Roquan Smith, he recorded 2 sacks. I think both later in the game, and that was the only sack that they recorded. And they called a critical holding call on, it was on Taylor Decker. They actually meant Rick Wagner, and it wasn't a hold. So the referees, they ain't been getting the names right or nothing. The referees kind of, again, mess over the Lions. But Blog had a solid day, 280, 2 TDs. And then the interception was on a Hail Mary on the 4th and long. Scarborough, 21 carries, 83 yards, 4 TD, 4 yards of average, no TD. We didn't record a rushing TD neither. But Bo was looking like he here to stay, okay? Galladay had a huge first half. He only had 1 catch in the second half, but he had 4 catches, 158. He had hit a Prince of Mukamara with a double, kind of like a double move. And, he went to the post and then came back out on the go. Marvin Jones caught 1 touchdown. He had a critical drop, but Galladay came and saved the day on 3rd down. Hockenson had 6 catches, 18 yards. And pretty much that was it. And Flowers recorded a sack, and I think that's the only sack that was really recorded for the Lions. So the Bears advanced to 6-6. The Lions advanced to 3-8. Well, they fought 3-8-1. Now, looking at the game overall, offense once again, Darrell Bevell is like, if it's an MVP of this team, it's definitely or MVC, most valuable coach, is definitely Darrell Bevell. Darrell Bevell has a really, really digestible playbook and a very, very versatile playbook that can fit many different styles. Okay, they quickly got David Blog up to speed. I see why I like David Blog. He got arm talent. He can move in the pocket, you know what I'm saying? And he made some good throws today, But, the defense, once again, let the team down. Trubisky coming here throwing for 338. I know Miller was abusing Justin Coleman, especially on the last Bear touchdown drive, where Coleman, got beat on the go route from the slant route, from the slot. And Coleman been getting beat a lot this year, but they really ain't been getting no pressure. It's hard to play a slot position because it's different because you don't have a boundary to be your 12th defender. You can go left, you can go right, you can go straight up, and you can do a lot of things coming from the slot. But Anthony Miller, I figured he'd have a big day today. Just knowing that the Lions play a lot of man, they play some zone today, but the pass rush ain't there. You know what I'm saying? Trey Flowers, he played today, but if you don't have a Trey Flowers and Mike Daniels at full health, or you don't have Deshaun Hand at full health, you don't have an elite edge rusher. Trey Flowers is good, but he ain't elite. But the defense really let us down again. There's no way Robinson and Montgomery and Cohen not the backfield, and Anthony Miller caught all them passes today, and it was no adjustment made from the coaching staff. Don't forget, this is a defensive minded coach, and the defenses have really fall to his knees. But credit Trubisky, he really wasn't making a lot of throws downfield, but when the one he needed to make to Miller, he made it. You know what I'm saying? All his throws was, pretty much, Dink and Dak, or Dink and Tom Brady. They was underneath, and his playmakers helped him out. They made catches. They made something out of nothing. And, pretty much the Lions defense is easy to pass on. You know what I'm saying? Very, very easy to pass on. And they're not really improving, or they're not even making adjustments during the game. So when you don't make an adjustment and Matt Nagy and Trubisky is able to make that adjustment and you're not able to adjust, even Trubisky can come in there and be efficient and light you up. And they had just of enough of a running game for Trubisky to have those passing lanes to throw through. That's what happened. The Bears adjusted and the Lions defense failed to adjust it. Once again, the defense let us down. Now, a lot of early this season, everybody blamed the defense versus Arizona. To a certain extent, it was, but the offense should have put more points up on the Arizona Cardinal defense that didn't have their starting two corners. That's how I looked at it. But as the season went on, the defense was progressively worse because guess what? They created turnovers, but the turnovers stopped happening. And when the turnovers stopped happening, the fumbles, the interceptions stopped coming. Their true colors, the Lions' defensive rank, plummeted. You know what I'm saying? The pass, they pass defense plummeted because the front end ain't about nothing. Okay, the front end wasn't able to get the pressure, because a lot of things happened. I think coming into the season, the front end wasn't good at all. It didn't look sexy until they added Mike Daniels, but he never was able to get healthy. And that was a cause for concern. It seemed like Matt Patricia, and I'm going to talk about him towards the end, was trying to recreate that Patriots storm, but the Patriots was an anomaly because of Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick really made that engine go. All right? But at the end of the day, Trubisky did a hell of a job taking what the defense gave him. And pretty much, it wasn't even Trubisky that really won this game. It was Matt Patricia losing the game. And then it was the Bears pass catchers making the game and winning the game. And then it was Trubisky and Matt Nagy winning the game. Now, David Blog, he did his thing today, man. He got a tremendous arm talent. He got good moxie. He got really good agility in the pocket. He had a great feel. One time he had Khalil Mack coming right at him. He felt Khalil Mack coming, stepped up in the pocket, and he kind of got a yard, instead of a 5 or 6 yard loss. I think it's something to build on here. I do think the Lions really found two good quarterbacks that can back up Stafford for years to come. But then again, you got to ask yourself if Blog or Jeff Driscoll, is he the future for this team, or do you still want to draft a quarterback, right? But with David Blog today, I like what I seen from him. Once again, when defenses started to see from week to week what he can and what he and what he can't do and what he struggles with, about 2 or 3 weeks, you're going to see David Blog true colors. And at the end of the day, this was a game that they should have won. I don't blame Blog for the last drive because Marvin Jones should have caught that pass. But then again, Galladay caught it and, he took a sack and, shit happened. He played well, but the defense should have shut that shit down where the Bears never should have scored a touchdown. All right, the defense, I said coming in the prediction video, the defense had to create a turnover and put the offense in position to score points. I didn't predict the offense was going to come out here with an avalanche. And yet again, they did create a turnover on Trubisky, but they needed to kind of play a lot better down the stretch. And what's happening is Matt Nagy outcoached Matt Patricia at halftime, and Patricia defense don't have no versatility to it, man. They don't know how to make an adjustment. It's kind of like watching my man's down there in Michigan, his defense. You know what I'm saying? I can forget his name. The old dude. And now it took him 2 years to make the adjustment, or a year to make the adjustment on the crossing route that Ohio State killing with, and every team since then this season has been trying to mimic that. And shout out to Juwan Howard for getting the victory today over number 6 North Carolina. We got to be ranked after that. All right? But go blue. But Patricia not making the halftime adjustments on defense. I don't care about Paul Pasqualoni, but that's Patricia defense. Patricia calling the plays. Patricia helping installing the plays and what we do in third and long and what we gonna do on third and short. And the defense, point blank period, lost this game today. David Blog played way above what we ever thought he should play today. And once again, you can't hang your hat on the defense. All right, that's a Chicago Bear defense that may not be playing as well as it should be due to the quarterback play, which is the most important position, and it affects the whole entire franchise and the whole entire team. But he makes some plays on Bruce Amir-Gamara. They make some plays on Kyle Fuller. They nullified Khalil Mack and Roquan Smith enough for the majority of the game until Smith got some sacks. They did a great job, the offense. Darrell Bevell, if we had Darrell Bevell when Jim Caldwell and Terrell Austin was here instead of Joe Lombardi and Jim Bob Cooter, Darrell Bevell was an excellent play caller, man. I don't know how he be as a head coach, but he's an A1 play caller, man. And I like the fit as soon as they made it. But if it wasn't for Darrell Bevell, and they had Jim Bob Cooter again this year, or anybody that's lesser of office, or the significantly lesser of an offensive coordinator than Bevell, I don't think the Lions would probably even have a win this year. What Bevell's done with Matthew Stafford just shows you that You know, the Lions having Joe Lombardi and Jim Bob Cooter here the last couple of years, that was the true problem. They had the dope defense with Terrell Austin. The offense not run the ball. If Darrell Bevel could have got this offense or can get this offense to run the ball with better offensive lineman personnel, I think the sky would be the limit for this team with a better coach. And I think Martha should fire Matt Patricia tonight. And I know people was waiting to hear my opinion on it. The team necessarily didn't give up. They played with a lot of energy today. But you know what? Ultimately, the defense let the team down. Okay? Instead of us, in embarrassment, getting blew out by Trubisky and the Chicago Bears, at the end of the day, we still lost at the end of the game. And the game, pretty much hinged on the defense getting stopped. And at the end of the day, they let the sorriest quarterback in the league march down the field and throw a touchdown. That's on Patricia. Patricia can never make the adjustment at halftime. And now he's lost to the rookie quarterback. And now he's lost to Mitchell Trubisky twice in 1 year. Okay? On the road or at home. It shouldn't have happened. The defense let this team down. Darrell Bevel should be upgraded to the interim head coach for now. And, Bob Quinn should be let go too. All right? They should start over. I'm just keeping it 100. The defense lost this game today. They were supposed to clamp down on Trubisky and make the adjustment. And they didn't do it. Blog did what he had to do. Bro Scarborough did what he had to do. The receivers did what they had to do for the most part. Hockenson even made a few catches out there. And defense, once again. The run defense, it wasn't bad. You know what I'm saying? But then again, your prize cornerback that you're trying to make the star of the team, and Justin Coleman, he got smoked for the game, potentially the game-winning, the go-ahead catch. But that took Miller to like the 3 or 4 yard line. Okay? That was the game right there. And then your defense, then Montgomery comes on, I don't know what it was, an angle route or a Texas route, and he scores a touchdown across the middle. It's frustrating. And Patricia is just not a defensive genius. I don't care what these former Patriot people say. For further notice, until somebody come and show me that they can take create a winning culture in another organization from the Patriot franchise, it's still going to be the Bill Belichick Patriot and Tom Brady way. Okay? That's just what it is. And if Martha, this was an embarrassment, even though, it wasn't a blowout, but, it's the same shit. It's the same stuff every game. Everybody knew when Trubisky had that ball driving down the field that his defense was going to give up some type of points. Either it was going to come to a tie and Blog was going to have an opportunity to win it, which Blog got them in position for a Matt Prater field goal to win the game. But the defense let us down. That's the story of the game. Blog played above his head today, or above what we thought what his head was today. They ran the ball good enough. The pass catchers, they made the plays they had to make to win the game. Y'all can say, well, Blog should have put up more points. Fair game. But he's a third-string quarterback that was just on the practice squad that found out he was going to start a couple days ago. And he made a lot of plays. But the defense, once again, is the embarrassment for the Lions, and that's Patricia. Now, if Patricia was an offensive coordinator or offensive coach coming in, and the defense was giving stuff up, what's the reason of loss, then I understand it. But, Paul Pasqualoni is no longer the scapegoat. I don't care what nobody say. Pasqualoni is not the scapegoat, man. This is Patricia defense. This is Patricia team, and Patricia is a failure once again. And now, you continue to look at the Lions schedule. Who they going to beat? Somebody pointed to Denver, and I'm like, Denver pretty good for a team that's portrayed to be sorry. You know what I'm saying? You got the Vikings coming up in Minnesota, Tampa Bay coming here, and they got some really good playmakers on the outside if Jameis don't get a game away. You got going to Denver and Mile High. That's always a tough place to play in the snow. And then you end the season out at home versus Green Bay. The Lions really could end up with 3 victories and 1 draw. If you want to wait a month to fire Matt Patricia, okay, cool. But, hey, if you want to fire him now, fire him and Bob Quinn now, man. I'm going to keep pushing that. But, hey, Motor City Sports Talk, I appreciate everybody for checking in. Let me know what you guys thought in the comment section of the game. Don't forget, we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email. If you got business, question, inquiry, sponsorship, or video requests, keep sharing the videos. You want to make a donation, link subscription, best way to donate, share the video. Hopefully everybody enjoyed their turkey day. But shout out to the offense and the offensive coordinator, Daryl Bevel, David Blogg, Marvin Jones, Kenny Galladay, and the rest of them. Man, they did a great job today, man. And the defense really let y'all down. Y'all should be trying to, cuss and beat up the defense up in the locker room. But, hey,